Thank you for being here and welcome to a new month. We're going to work on some vibrato today and straight toning, okay, a little bit of both concepts. You may be curious about either one for your singing. Some people have come up in the training and they've sung everything with vibrato, so they're looking for how to iron that out a little bit, maybe how to sing with a little bit more straight tone. Other people are curious and have never been able to find their vibrato. And so I'm going to give you some exercises for developing it and training it. I want you to know that it absolutely is something that can be learned, and it's something that can be developed and utilized. And so don't be afraid of it. The whole thing of, you either have it or you don't is a complete vocal myth. Also, saying that it's the natural production for singing is a little bit of a myth. So we're going to look at that as well. Today we're going to explore these differences. We're going to do some exercises for how to develop vibrato, and we're going to look at when it's appropriate to use it, okay? Which I think doesn't get considered enough. So let's start by talking about what is vibrato. Vibrato is a slight oscillation, variation, or vibration of a sung pitch. And so what that means is that the tone is actually circling the pitch. If we were to try to replicate it on the piano, it might sound something like this. Okay? The problem is that the oscillation is not that wide, so it doesn't change the heart or the respect of the pitch. We call that the fundamental. You still, to the human ear, you hear the pitch that you're singing. But what we're getting is a slight variation, a slight oscillation around the pitch, and that's where the name comes from. For vibrato, it's a slight vibration of the pitch. So, for anyone that's not familiar, this is singing without, this is the straight tone, hey, and here's the vibrato, hey, okay? And so we're going to look at like when it's appropriate to use that or not today. The other thing is that with vocal science in today's world, we've been able to do what's called vocal mapping. And that's where you can actually go on Google, you can look up different people's famous voices, you can look up Michael Jackson and Frank Sinatra and Celine Dion, and they'll map their vibrato. And what they've come to in terms of those analyzations, and what we now know is most pleasing to the human ear, is what's called 6 hertz per second. So that's 6 little oscillations or vibrations per second in the sung pitch. And so that's where we're going to start today. This can be really useful for starting to get the vibrato going if you have yet to discover it in your voice. And also it can teach you how to change the speed of your vibrato. And yes, you can change the speed of your vibrato. Okay? So we're going to look at this together. I'm going to guesstimate a little bit of a second here. So if I'm thinking about the second tempo, that'd be like 1 1,000, 2 1,000. If anybody's got a watch or a clock with a second hand in there. I don't have one in the studio, but you can check me, okay? But we're going to assume this is about a second. So hertz then would be 6 times per second. So if I was to say like 1, 1, 1, 1, okay, that's 1 hertz per second. If we did 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? 3 hertz per second, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 hertz per second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then again, in general, what we know to be a pleasing vibrato, the most natural vibrato would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So we're going to try to find that in our voice today. It can take a little bit of practice, a little bit of patience, but if you can get up to around 6 hertz per second, this can be really useful in terms of learning how to change the speed of your vibrato. Maybe you found your vibrato through imitation and you're forcing it a little bit. So if your vibrato is a little bit quick and a little bit forced, we call that caprino. Caprino in Italian means little goat. Nobody wants to sound like a little goat, so this might help you balance that vibrato back. Also, if you're on the other side, your vibrato feels a little slow or a little wide, this can help you quicken it and maybe free it up a little bit so that there's no muscular tension getting involved and the speed comes in a little bit more balanced and a little bit more free, okay? So let's all try this real quick. Let's pick a comfortable pitch in our range. Let's find one that's good for men and women. So we're coming to it real quick. So here's a pitch, everybody sing that real quick. And let's get back into our second, and let's try 1 hertz per second. That's going to feel really weird, but let's try 1, 1, 1, 1, and I want you to pulse that note 1 hertz per second, okay? Here we go, one more time. Count 4, and then try pulsing it. Here we go, and 1, 1, 1, 1, Good, let's go to 2 hertz, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, Good. A little pitch bend. Okay? A little oscillation of the pitch. Let's go to 3. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3 times per second. Let's try 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And good. That one may take a little bit of practice, okay? One secret is that if you want to increase the speed, you need to use less breath pressure, less volume, because that's going to create more weight on your voice and on your vocal cords. So make sure you're singing with a mezzo piano volume and something that you can begin to quicken in your voice, okay? So let's try this one more time with 4. Ready? Let's count it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now sing. Again. Good. Little pulses. Then we're going to go to 5 hertz per second, okay? That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. That takes a little bit of thinking because that's not a standard count, okay? But we're on that second, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And then in the voice, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And then sing it. Good, okay? And then if we get up to 6 hertz per second, we're starting to get close to a very natural vibrato. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. You might even mistake that for my real vibrato, but I'm still manipulating it. I'm still making the 6 hertz per second, okay? So this can be really helpful with establishing what a vibrato should feel like, about what a natural speed should be in your voice. Are you maybe going a little too slow or a little bit too quick? So let's try that one last time. And let's get the 6 times per second. Let's count it one more time, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Everybody, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And then let's try singing that. Okay, now that can take a lot of practice. I would start with the number that you can control. It might be 4. A lot of people can get up to 4. And then I would move into 5, and then I'd move into 6. But just be patient and practice that up, okay, and try to get to it. Great. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to do, kind of working off that sensation, is to start to work with a little bit of a half-step trill. This exercise we're going to do slow, and then we're going to quicken it a little bit, and it sounds like this. You're going to go... Okay, on me. So this one sounds like this. We're going to sing me, 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 me. Okay? Now, there are different kinds of vibrato, but I would say that there's one natural kind of vibrato, and that's made at the vocal cord level with the air flowing through it in a smooth stream of air with balance, okay? So try not to make that sound with your jaw, me, 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 or doing anything where you're pulsing your volume or working hard. We don't want to start to imitate vibrato in that sense. We want it to be as free as possible, okay? So we're starting a little slower, and you want to try, almost like our riff classes, you want to try to feel that delineation on that half step. Me, 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 me. Okay, use a smooth stream of air. Let's all try this together. And. Good. 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 Feel it flow. A little forward momentum in the breath. Good, one more. You feeling that? So again, you want to be as relaxed as you can be in the outer muscles of the voice. You want to feel a forward momentum in the breath flow and try to feel the vocal cords changing in relationship to the air, no tightening, no extrinsic tension making that happen for you. Okay? Hi, John. All right? So let's all try that one more time coming down now. So one more time. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. me, 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 me. Good, two more. Last one. Now we're going to quicken that, so we're going to go twice as fast, okay? And then I want you to try to see if you can get a little bit closer to the speed and the feeling of a natural or a true vibrato. So we're going to start going me, 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 me. Remember, that's not vibrato. We're changing pitch here. And vibrato is a slight oscillation of the pitch that maintains the fundamental. It doesn't change. These are half-step trills, but they're getting you closer to the freedom that you need to sing with vibrato. Okay? So we're going to try that just a little bit faster. It's going to be... Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, keep the volume even. Everybody getting that okay? Yeah? Yeah, you got to ride the breath, okay? Let's all try a hiss real quick and make sure that we're learning to be very consistent. So this should feel like you're going... Okay, if you're singing through the voice. Me, me, me. And then you want to try to see if you can relax that back into a sustain eventually, into that vibrato, okay? Let's try coming down with it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Nice. Everybody feeling that? Yeah. Any questions so far? Okay, so working with the speed of your vibrato and starting to use some of these half-step trills to get that going a little bit, okay? The next thing that we want to start to do is work with a little bit of staccato. One of the benefits to singing with vibrato is that it can be very freeing to the voice. Okay, so a lot of times I'll work with contemporary singers, pop or rock singers, and they'll think, why am I learning to sing with vibrato? I don't need that. I'm not going to utilize that so much in my genre. But you've got to know that a lot of times that means that you start singing with too much tension or too much weight in your voice. So vibrato can be very freeing from a technical standpoint, and it can help you develop a much more balanced relationship with your airflow. And then, like I said, choosing it or not for your style is great. Okay, and we're going to talk in a minute about why to choose it. But it's important that you develop it in your voice. It should be a tool that you have in your toolbox, and you should be able to turn it on or turn it off and make sure that you're finding balance and freedom at the vocal level. Does that make sense? Okay, so in that respect, we're going to go to a laughter-like quality. Let's stay on that E vowel for a minute, and then we're going to develop it. So I want you to find a rapid-fire staccato attack that feels a little bit like laughter. And we're going to do it 8 times, and then we're going to sustain the pitch. So I'm going to sing hee 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 hee. Okay, let's all try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Again, feel the air move through the phrase, not very loud, mezzo forte at most, mezzo piano, medium volume, and you want to feel a smooth stream of air moving through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Feel that re-articulation. And then move it into the singing. Okay, and that may start to result in that oscillation in pitch that we're looking for the vibrato. 2, 3, 4. Good. In feminine voices, you can sing the octave up if you like. One more. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that can be a really effective one for starting to feel the pulse in the breath. When we're singing a pitch, our vocal cords are opening and closing continuously. And I'm talking about hundreds to thousands of times per second, depending on how high and how loud you're singing. It's kind of incredible, okay? Like a hummingbird's wings, they've been compared to. And so a lot of times there's a sensation to vibrato, and what it is it's those tiny air bursts. Every time the vocal cords open and attack, they're letting through a little bead of air, and you can feel that hitting the back of your throat when you're singing it with a healthy vibrato. It's not a huge feeling, it's very subtle, but there's a sensation to vibrato because the air is flowing through the cords as they open and close hundreds to thousands of times per second. You with me on that? Okay, cool. So the next one then is we're going to start from the bottom, and we're going to go to hey-ah-hey-ah-hey-ah-hey-ah-hey. And we're going to start with that laughter quality and then see if we can move into a sustain. This one sounds like this. So I'm going to sing hey ha hey ha hey ha hey ha hey hey ha hey ha hey ha hey ha hey. You may get hey ha hey ha hey. Okay, you may get stuck on that straight tone for a little while. That's okay. I want you to start to use some of the devices that we've coached so far to see if you can allow the vibrato to come in with more balance. For instance, you could try the hertz per second. Hey ha hey ha hey ha hey ha hey. A little slower, a little bit manipulated, but I'm starting to develop that. And then the more you practice it, the more refinement it gets, the more you can let go and let that be a natural approach. Okay? So let's all try this. Get that laughter quality. Use the hey ha hey ha hey. Let your jaw hang loose in your face and feel that chewing action be at the very base of your tongue. It shouldn't be hey ya hey ya hey ya hey ya. There should be no tension or work to this, okay? It should all hang loose. And again, use a smooth stream of air flowing through the singing off that laughter quality. Let's start a little lower. Okay, get a good breath for me. Sit up tall or stand. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and hey, 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 hey. Good. Keep the volume even. Good. Use the speed. So let's keep moving. So we've covered the hertz, and we've covered the half-step trill, and we've covered the staccato attacks on he and hey-ah. Next, we're going to get a little bit more advanced, okay? We've done this one in other classes where we're working on vocal stamina, and so again, we'll see how I respond to this today. But we're going to go through our trill exercises. This can be a really classical approach to developing your vibrato, okay? So we're going to widen that trill to a whole step. We're going to sing up a scale and go for 9 counts of trill. And this one sounds like this. We're going to be singing... Sounds intimidating, but it's not. You just need to make sure that you're using a really smooth stream of air. So we're going to start with a Z, and the Z gives you a nice, solid, consistent attack. And we're going to sing za. Let's all try hissing it real quick and find that smooth stream of air. So I'll play the notes, and you give me a very consistent tss, and take the intimidation out of it, okay? Everybody breathe for me. Here we go. Breathe for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3. Strong hiss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me play that in the feminine octave. Again, breathe. 1, 2, 3. Hiss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now let's try singing that on the vowels. Za. Everybody breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Za. Za. a couple of things to keep in mind. We don't want to hold any tension in the face, but you do need to have a nice open vowel. So everybody take a thumb real quick, sideways, put it in between the teeth, and just say, ah. Right, so if you're forcing open bigger than that, you're probably going to get hung up with your transitions. If you're not opening that enough, you're going to start singing through your nose and maybe hold some jaw tension. So make sure that you open that vowel up to a nice, beautiful, released ah, okay? Smooth stream of air as you move into it. And again, if you want speed and you want agility, then you can't sing too heavy or too loud. So you want to master a medium volume first. These exercises are so effective because if you're under-supporting or under-singing, you're not going to make it. And likewise, if you're over-singing, singing with too much volume or breath pressure, you're going to wear out really fast. So this helps you find that medium support where you're feeding the voice air, but it has to find a balance so that you can keep going scale by scale and find your stamina. So this is really good for developing that balance and that relationship with your airflow as a singer, okay? Let's try one more time. 2, 3, 4. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good, nice open vowel. One more. To high F. Now remember, everybody's got a comfortable range and a level that they're working at. You want to start these in your most comfortable range. So if you can't get that high or you're struggling, that's totally fine. You're going to get there, okay? But I would say that you want to start to work that feminine voices up to around an F for their head voice. Masculine voices, that takes you up to around chest. So if you could get up to a G or get across your first bridge, E, F, F sharp, that'd be really, really healthy to take it a little bit further, okay? Good. Now coming back down, we want to start to transition that into a vibrato. So how do we do that? We take off half the trills and we try to keep that oscillation that we got out of the trill and move it into that spinning vibrato. Again, you may be at a level where you end up in a straight tone, and that's okay. You'll get like za, and then that's where those mean teachers come in and go, you don't have it. You should do something else. You should get your real estate license, okay? But let's not go there. So what we want to do is we want to get into that, and this is where you could start to combine some of these efforts, okay? Turn on your hertz. So if I went back to my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, and I'm on that pitch. Manipulation, okay? But if I come up to that straight tone, I'm taking a step forward, and I'm moving closer to finding that relationship with vibrato, starting to feel what it feels like, okay? So you just need to be patient and persistent and start using some of these devices to get it going in your voice. Let's try this. So now we're going to trill for 4 counts and then hold the remaining 5 of our 9 in vibrato, and that's going to sound finished like this. Za. Okay, and this will also start to give you dynamic control. Let's all try it. Get a good breath for me. Again, it's important that you sit up tall or you stand because you need your lungs, okay? You just need to make sure that you're not weighing on them heavy and being lazy. That's it. Here we go. Take a breath. 1, 2, 3, and sing. 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. Do what you can do. Good. Try to find a little oscillation. That high F. Nice. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. A little bit more advanced. Make sure you're good and warmed up before you do that one. I promise if you stay with this, if you're diligent, you will discover your vibrato. You just have to be patient and persistent. It's not magic. It's not going to come overnight, but it will come. And I think that's the myth that I really, really want to start to debunk. Okay, is making sure that people understand that this is something that can be developed and it can be learned and it can also be refined. If you feel, a lot of times we also think our vibrato, especially if we came up imitating a favorite singer or we did learn it as a kid and we're doing something that's a little bit manipulated, we start to think that's our vibrato, that's what I got. And I hope that from today's exercises you're finding out that, I could actually adjust it. I could make an adjustment to it or tune it a little bit and find something that maybe is a little bit more natural or is a little bit closer to the ideal that I'm looking for in my voice and in my genre.
Interested in more voice training? Visit us at wolfstudiosnyc.com.